Gray's the lookout man.
He's the guard guinea.
Guard guinea. He's first line of defense. Get a little closer, and there's a few more. It's eerily more peaceful out here.
It really is.
Hey guys, welcome back to Das Acres. I'm Kyle, this is Shannon. This is our Dream 20 Acres, and it is in full flourishing mode this time of year. And I think I forget every year when we come back around to this season just how much activity goes on through the spring and the summer compared to fall and winter.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something, if you guys missed our last video or you're new here, we have 25 guineafowl. We've had 25 for quite a while. These birds are tough. We hatched all but 5. And now we've got 3 new guinea keats that we let one of the mamas hatch. And boy, it has changed everything around here.
In such a good way though, not in a bad way at all.
Yeah, they're a lot quieter. That's Gray talking because we're getting just a little rowdy. We're about 25, 30 feet from Loretta, the Keats, Guard Gray, and Bob. And maybe even another mama, we're gonna see. Gray man, can we come talk to Loretta and the babies? Are they over here? Oh no. I lied. That's just Gray's girlfriend laying on that nest.
Yeah, and I counted those eggs. She came off of there for a little bit this morning when I was passing out worms. And there's like either 15 or 18 eggs in there.
So, are you gonna let them go full?
The dilemma, guys, the dilemma.
We are learning, guys, because the biggest difference, Bruno, our pit bull Catahoula leopard dog mix, is an awesome dog. And a lot of you guys were concerned. You're like, man, what is Bruno gonna do with those Keats? What are your cats gonna do? If I'm being honest, we have witnessed, and we've only, I think it's happened 3 times, maybe 4 officially, Loretta and Bob straight up attack Bruno. If he's within about 30 feet of them, she sticks up her wings and just bam, goes and hits him. And
Bruno,
it's really
come.
sad.
I think he's getting close to her right now in the Keats because they were kind of hanging out over here.
That may be them up in front of him. But man, guys, Bruno, we have worked so hard. You guys have seen it. We've stressed a lot of you out. He herds these birds. These are his birds. He protects them, and at night, up until this point, every single night when they would get rowdy, getting ready to get up in their roosting trees.
Oh, right there, right in front of you.
Bruno put them up. See those little trailing babies behind her? There's Loretta. But check this out. He ain't going over there. Guys,
He learned his lesson.
Multiple times. One time, he and I were out on the trail. This was just one of a few instances.
Yeah.
And we came out of the head of the trail up there, and Shannon discovered a reason as to why there were guineas up there. But also, Bob and Loretta were up in that corner, and Bruno just came out of the trail with me. They literally both attacked him and got on his back and were just pecking at him. And he does such a good job, almost to a fault. If that were Hercules, those birds would be dead. I mean, gone. But Bruno showed fear. He's like, hey, this isn't what we're supposed to do, and ran to me and everything. And so since then, he's calmed down a lot. That's a 1 and 5-month-old puppy. And he's letting these birds be at a little more peace. They also are being a lot more peaceful. They're not talking near as much, especially at night. Like eerily quiet out here for Shannon and I, what we're used to. The cool thing is though, if I stay calm, they will kind of walk away from me. But I can get in here pretty close. Now if she turns and picks up her wings, puts them back behind her, we're out of here. I still see 3 Keats. Bob's taking a check on him. He's a male. That's a male right there. And he has not left Loretta's side since these Keats have hatched. How close are you gonna let me get, guys? I can hear the little cheep, 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 cheep. Now we did put some bird food out and some water in containers that we used in the brooder whenever we hatched, because these guys cannot get a drink out of the big bowl. They're being pretty respectful, but they're, I know it, I hear you. If you guys can hear that little, so I'm probably 10, 12 feet from them, that's about their limit. But those Keats are never left alone, and those two birds are gonna do everything to raise them, and we're gonna let them. We had talked about potentially taking the Keats because guineas are notorious for bad parenting. You read it everywhere, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna let her raise them. We're gonna let her and Bob raise them, protect them. We're not stealing them.
No, we're not stealing them. I wasn't following you because I don't want to chase them too far. Loretta endured so much for the length of time that she sat on those birds that I feel like she deserves a chance to be a mama.
Yeah.
She sat on those birds for a month, and we went through we got like 9 inches of rain at least during that time. And so she just went through so much, and she's being such a good mama. So I told Kyle the other night, this is kind of the year of experiments. I feel like
every year is a year of
I know,
experiments.
but like this year I have a lot of different experiments going, and we're experimenting and letting her find out if she can be a mama and raise these Keats.
Yeah.
So far, she's killing it.
And she's doing a great job. And the question about the cats are in and amongst these birds all day, every day. There is no threat. Honestly, Loretta and Bob will not even take the Keats over there. I mean, they kind of go that direction, but the cats they live in their own cat world. They are happy to be here. And quite honestly, they would attack anything. Like, we're keeping an eye on predators and stuff out here, and Bruno does a good job at that. And I don't know what would come up. I don't know. We have heard some owls, but they've stayed off across the road over on that property. We got a Hercules.
So we think. I mean, you don't really know.
I know where my
just hear
owls
'em.
are. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, we woke up to it being nice and sunny with blue skies, and I don't know what's happened, but there's some dark clouds rolling in, and the wind is picking up. So we'll see what is to come. I want to thank all of you guys for all of the birthday wishes that you gave me. Kyle asked for like 1,200 comments. You guys pulled through and gave I don't know, there's over 1,500 comments. So thank you so much for all the birthday wishes.
Good work, everybody.
Hi, Beans.
Benjamin.
Yeah. Oh,
Bob,
my goodness.
You gotta stop touching the fence, big guy.
I heard that.
Yeah. Silly boy.
There you go, boys. What you think? He's like, oh, I'm following you.
Yeah. He says, I know I can beat Lowrider back to the cubes after we eat the grain. You coming, buddy? It's gonna leave it that open?
Yeah, I am.
How come?
Because I left it open this far the other day, and he was able to get out on his own, but Beans didn't go in. So
Really?
yeah, so I like to give him the option.
Okay. That'd be
Sometimes
great.
I forget about him up here.
That would be awesome if you would do that. Yeah, it literally takes him 30 minutes, sometimes more, to finish the same amount of feed that it takes Beans about 3 minutes to finish. So we still corral him up, and then we come up and let him out. But yeah, if we can teach him to let himself out and keep Beans out still, that'd be
We'll
perfect.
see. We'll see.
Our chore helper just hops from pin to pin with us. So
He's such
calm.
a good boy.
And he's really just not even harassing the birds. Like, it's changed everything. I don't think we can express enough, and maybe I'm gonna say it too much and then you'll finally believe me. It's different. Having those Keats, it's different. And the good news is, 2 times since she's had those Keats already, we've had the goats out, we had Herc out. We had them out for about 2 hours yesterday. It was a fantastic grazing, and those birds know to stay away from Hercules. And Hercules is so preoccupied, Bruno stays with him pretty much the whole time. And they play just like you've seen in other videos. So we still get everybody out to graze. It's really good for the goats, it's really good for the land, and it really keeps them quiet.
Honestly, it does. And I have to say it again, it is so crazy how quiet the birds are now.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, you guys
different.
know, if you watch all of our videos, normally you hear constant sound of guineas in the background. There's just a couple that call, and I think they're all communicating in the name of protecting those Keats. In fact, the very first day, right after we were done filming, you guys saw when we found the Keats, we saw Bob and Loretta go over to the other Bob and Loretta. Those are 4 of the original 5 adults, the oldest birds we have. And at first, the other Loretta was checking out the Keats and kind of pecked at them a little bit. And Shannon and I were kind of concerned, but we were like, you know what, the birds are gonna do what they need to do. I did push Loretta out of there just a little bit. She was done with what she needed to be done with. And ever since then, it seems like all the guineas are on a team, Operation Keep the Keats Alive.
And we don't know where she's keeping the Keats at nighttime. We don't know where they're nesting, but last night I counted and there were 21 or 22 birds up in the trees, which tells me the one is laying on the nest and then Bob and Loretta are...
Kit Kat chasing Bruno break. Even they're different. Especially since she had her tree moment.
She?
She's not a she.
Poor Bruno's just been getting picked on by everybody. I think his feelings have been hurt because everybody's been attacking him.
I'm this one, my friend, though. We're getting a little closer each day. We're gonna cuddle together, I know it. Oh, Bruno. I think Mr. Miyagi's underneath your car as well. Come on out, Kit Kat. Let's, oh no, crud. Best buds. You guys protecting this nest over here? Hey, settle down, bud. You're all right. Bruno, come. Bruno, come. So there is still one of the most active nests right here. I think that's a hen. She's got pretty red wattles, but that hood on top of her head would be a little bit longer and taller if that was a male. So you got how many nests with birds laying on them? Right now you got 2.
Well, she's actually laying eggs. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I got corrected in the last video. So whenever they're on the eggs laying, they're laying eggs. But whenever they're sitting on the nest, like that one over there, that means they're like sitting and trying to incubate them. So I have 1 bird sitting on a nest, 2 active laying nests.
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
Just all over the place.
Yeah, so I wanted to finish my thought earlier. We don't know where Bob and Loretta are keeping the guinea Keats at night. Last night I walked around, I looked at the other nest, I looked all over the place, and I have no idea where she's keeping them. And it's okay, because that's part of just letting them figure it out and learn to raise the babies on their own. That's just kind of farm life. I want to give you guys a real quick update on the garden. I've had some people asking, and the other night, Kyle and I had such a beautiful night just hanging out in the garden. It was raining. I was trimming everything and getting stuff tied up, and we had the most beautiful sunset with a double rainbow. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. And we literally were just hanging out in the garden for probably like an hour that evening.
I was thinking like an hour and a half.
Great. It was so much fun. But I just want to show you guys, everything is doing really good. This is my tomato bed. Cherry tomatoes, regular tomatoes. I'm gonna make this quick as I can. These are all zucchini. And I took the brave step and I separated the ones that were growing too close to each other. And I even put one in a pot to see how it does. So I'm really hoping that I didn't like completely shock them by moving them, but I didn't want them to be overcrowded. So we're gonna see how this goes. It's one of those experiments that we talked about. Another experiment that we talked about is I cut the tops off of my plants this year, guys. I was so hesitant to do it. That's basil. These are my jalapenos. I was so hesitant to cut the tops off, but they are really doing well now. I think it was a good move. And these are all bell peppers, and I did the same things, and they are like just growing leaves down here on the stems like crazy now instead of just growing straight up. So another good experiment for the year, but the garden's doing great. I'm gonna do a real quick walkthrough. These are Hungarian wax peppers, doing awesome. Kyle's okra. And that was from seed, so I'm really surprised at how well that is doing, but I'm super happy with that. And this is where I need just a little bit of help, guys. These Roma tomatoes are not doing very well, and I'm assuming that it's because we've gotten so much rain and they just need some sun and some heat, but they are still really little and just really not flourishing. They did have some black spots on them, still have a few black spots on them. And I assumed that that was just fungus from all of the rain that we'd gotten. But any tips that you can give me, let me know, because I don't know what to do with those tomato plants. Are you tick picking?
Doing a little tick picking over here. He's being so good.
Bruno has officially made his own spot in my garden.
I've dug like 4 spots over here, Mom.
Yeah.
This heat, the animals are still getting used to it because we've been going from cool to hot to cool to hot. They are completely different animals per season, and they know to preserve their energy a little more, and he is having to rest a lot more because he just goes so hard. But just so much, guys. I can't pack it all into one statement. Getting attacked by a deer. We thought maybe he got bit by a snake again. He's got a little spot on his leg. I mean, he's a country boy.
He gets attacked by little Mario, by the cats, by the birds.
He's doing a great job. I think that's here. This is the nest network. There's birds alerting up the hill at that other nest, so they hear you. Yeah.
I think they make sounds whenever they're laying to distract from whatever sound the hen is making.
That could be. So they're a little bit smarter than we gave them credit for.
Yeah.
And they're amazing to study. We hear you. You guys ask how we know if they're male or female aside from the wattles and the hood, but notice that 1-syllable sound he was making. If that were a hen, she'd do the ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta.
Okay, we know you don't want to listen to the birds. Hey, I also want to give a real quick update. June, do you recognize this bush? I finally replanted it, and I have to say, even though that may have been a deer-resistant bush, it was not a Luigi-resistant bush, unfortunately. And he had a little snack on that thing. But
yeah.
I've got it in the garden now, I've got it in a pot, and hopefully
he moves quick.
Yeah, hopefully it'll start to flourish a little bit. Oh, I almost forgot. We have a volunteer plant growing down outside the garden, and I don't know yet if it's a pumpkin or if it's a squash, but remember last year whenever I cut up a bunch of pumpkins to give them to the goats? We have some volunteer pumpkin plants growing down here, and I'm super excited about it. I kind of just threw our pumpkins all over the property, so I'm hoping to have a bunch of volunteer plants, but we'll see what happens.
That's my big herc man. Have you had any other uninvited guests in the pen today? It's been eventful for you too, hadn't it, buddy? I think we were up in the cabin and we heard him going off. He was alarming down in Goatville, and I could see from up there, he was not in a usual spot where he's barking toward the driveway or toward the south. And I saw him kind of circling something, and the goats all came down here and got on the log and everything. We're very curious about what he was doing, and he wasn't coming off it. Well, then Bruno starts going off because they speak each other's barks. And long story short, he did have something down in Goatville, and we had to take care of it.
Baby, can you fire a shot elsewhere? Like. Back up, Herc. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Herc.
Snake.
Well, it was intense.
Yeah. I have no idea how many times
Herc, leave it.
Been bitten, I don't know.
I need to check his legs over pretty good.
Well, it's definitely a rat snake, so he's non-venomous. Saw the neighbors drive by.
Probably wondering what the heck we're shooting at.
Well, the barking, the yelling, the shooting, yeah. You know, country life. Well, I'm thankful it wasn't a copperhead, but boy, Bubba.
Golly.
Did you take a beating or what?
It was intense.
Did he get you?
Hope not.
Keep my eyes open for more of them.
Yeah, for sure. Koopa, stay back. You don't need to be a part of that. Little Mario, Larry, you guys. You have an audience.
How'd I do? You look at these rocks right here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is perfect for big old snakes to come out of.
That was a big snake too.
Yeah, that's about a 4-footer. That's kind of the average size of those out here. Because the little gray snake that we found in the hay, that's also a rat snake, but that's the different flavor. And that's what we have found with multiple eggs in it.
Yeah, last year.
They're good snakes, they really are.
Not when they come into my Herc's domain.
Not in my Herc pen. Good job, buddy. You kept your goatee safe. We're not gonna feed yet. We're gonna let our land feed your goats, okay? You go play with your brother. You gotta leave Loretta alone, okay? Come on, goaty goats. Ready, dude? See you guys later. Come on, goaty goats.
Keep going.
I think the guineas are telling each other across the land that the goats and Herc are out.
So one of the super fun things about getting both of the boys out together is they play so well together. I mean, just running back and forth, juking each other, playing with sticks. It is the absolute cutest thing. I got tons of footage of that yesterday of them just playing.
Steers are like, what is wrong with those two Mine. Now chase me, Hercules.
The leader of the pack right here.
These animals are so happy. And poopy. Goodness gracious.
They've enjoyed being out and grazing so much that yesterday while we were out and about, it was sprinkling. And it actually started raining a little bit, and they still just stayed out and ate everything. I was super proud of them. Y'all know goats don't like rain.
Yep. Even Blue.
Even
She's
Blue.
the first to go. Good job, Spruce. Making headroom for me.
Always trying to help out.
I don't know how there's any leaves left at that height. I feel like he's always up in a tree like that. Ouija's over there headbanging. Oh, yep, 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 yep. That feels good. Uh-huh, yep, yep. I think Larry's doing the same. Is that Dookie or Koopa? That's Koopa. No?
That's Duke.
That's Duke.
No, wait.
That's Koopa.
This Koopa. Even we can't tell the difference in the goats sometimes.
Yep, depends on
It
the
happens.
angle. Tell him, Larry. Larry's technically just a little bit older than Koopa, but you wouldn't know it. I think Koopa's passed him in the pecking order.
In size.
And size, yeah.
He's gonna help you get that out.
I'd love that.
I bet Bruno comes over and pulls on it later.
Spruce literally picked the smallest one. Are those thorns? Maybe they used to be. Shannon asked me yesterday if we could keep Spruce out full time. He's such a bottle baby that down in the goat pen, he's such a turd, doesn't want attention, but when he's out here, he's like a whole different goat.
He's one of our best grazers.
Oh yeah, he thinks he belongs out here full time. I think he can do it. He didn't really charge Bruno like the others do.
No.
This weather makes me want to go get my chainsaw and just cut some of these down for him, let him clean the leaves off.
Oh, they would love it.
I think they'd let me do it with my battery-powered Husqvarna.
I do too. If you do that, we can throw a couple in for the steers.
Ooh, true that.
They're all just headbanging.
I'm teaching Herc new games. I told him I work for Turtle Uber. I said, find you a turtle and we'll take it over here. Bruno, drop it. Leave it. Leave it. No, sir. Herc's like, I don't know those commands. You do.
They are so cute how they just do their own thing and hang out.
Oh, they take a lot of pride in their work together. And their play together. No, sir. Leave it. They were up the hill and something spooked them down.
Yeah, they all came running down the hill just now.
I like that we can call them though and they come our direction.
I know, me too.
And I called Herc and Bruno to make sure everybody was safe. There you go, Daisy. That's how you do it.
Oh, Daisy.
There's Rufus Roo. Little rooster with a big voice.
That Well Summers really started running around super fast.
Yeah, she's a little athlete, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
I think she would protect if a guinea got in there.
She did try to attack one of the guineas when it got in there.
I think I'm gonna cut some treats down for these guys.
Go for it.
You gotta let me cut it down first. You gotta stay away. You guys don't know chainsaw safety very well, do you?
They heard the sound of a chainsaw and they're like, oh, you're cutting us something.
Well, I was going to, but you guys kind of ruined the party. Doesn't work like this, huh? They're like, we heard the chainsaw, but nothing's on the ground.
Right?
Maybe I could start with a smaller sapling that I can just cut straight through, and if it comes down on them, it won't hurt them.
Okay.
Let's do that.
They're all gonna follow.
Stay over there! It's gonna hit you.
They should be distracted with that for a little bit.
That's the goal. They've got to go check out the latest
They're just
one.
gonna run from tree to tree.
Really like to drop that one that way. Hey, you got a lot of cleaning up to do here, goaties.
Hey, whatever they don't eat, we'll take to the steers.
Oh, true. Any of these small saplings under these bigger trees, they're just harming each other ultimately. So we're really trying to thin this out, kind of give the bigger trees a better chance at being healthy, getting all the water and nutrients and everything. And it's great free treats for the goats.
Yeah. And the steers.
And the steers. Think we could take branches into the chickens?
That's a good idea. I bet they'd love it.
Yeah, let's try it. Golly. Guys, I literally cut down plenty of them over there. Get off it, you silly goats. Hey, 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 you're crazy. Go, go, go. Silly goats. Now that one being suspended up a little bit, they should actually like that because they like them off the ground.
Yeah. That breeze feels great.
Yeah, it does. I'm sweating. Hey, go eat the other one, you goobers. Watch out for that chainsaw. Get off it. Get off it. Check it out, Benjamin. Go eat the other one, you silly.
I know, all the goats are like, hey, that was ours.
You're like, dude, you were doing that for us. Is Lowrider in there? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Beans is checking the goats out. The goats are checking them out. That is too funny.
I love it. Mama, are you upset we gave your tree away?
She actually just leaned into me to let me get a tick off of her. Such a good goat. Guys, go back out to the woods.
They're so silly.
Hi, buddies. Hi, boys. We getting along over here.
Well, this is just part of the fun that's happening at Shady Acres right now. We've got goats grazing, steers grazing, guineas running around with keets.
Keet raising.
Keet raising.
Operation Make These Animals Happy is a go for today. And they're working. They're
and
helping
in
me.
full force.
I
They're
love
doing
it.
great.
And I'm saving money, and hey, I can smell it. Yeah.
I'm getting trees cut down, even better.
Win, win, win.
Yep.
Well, it's getting a little muggy, but I'm gonna keep cutting. You guys don't need to watch me sweat out. That gets gross.
Thank you so much for all of the birthday wishes, the anniversary wishes. We appreciate you guys so much more than we can even express.
Yeah, it's been a great couple celebratory weeks.
It has been.
Well, guys, we love and appreciate you. We thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.